The Honorable Mike Johnson of the state of Louisiana, having received a majority of the votes cast, is duly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives for the 119th Congress.
Republican Mike Johnson is gearing up for his second term as House Speaker after last week's tight vote. He revealed yesterday that he expects to pass President-elect Trump's agenda through one big reconciliation package before Memorial Day. He's hoping addressing many legislative priorities in one bill will reduce the likelihood of losing member support. 3 members of his own party initially voted against re-electing Johnson for a second term. That includes South Carolina's Ralph Norman, who later changed his vote in a vital decision that helped Johnson re-secure the speaker role. Congressman Norman sat down exclusively with Queen City News anchor Alicia Barnes to give insight into his change of heart.
I first want to say thank you so much for being here with us. But the first question I have for you is, how did the voting, the first round, go for you?
Well, first of all, Alicia, let me just say that in Washington, D.C., the question I got most, from the media was, it looked so bad. It looked, didn't it look bad for the Republican Party? And all I would say is it's optics over outcome. And the optics, to me, don't matter like outcomes do. Mm-hmm. Now, what are the outcomes that we wanted? And I didn't know how I was going to vote when I walked in. We'd had a previous meeting with Mike Johnson to discuss what's he going to do to pass the Trump agenda. But I guess our frustration was after November 5th, after the vote, President Trump was elected, we got the House, we took the Senate. We got this 1,500-page bill that we had 12 hours to read. Mm-hmm. We had a $100 billion spending spree with no offsets. And so that was the crux of my dilemma. No, what it was like was when he could only lose one, actually Thomas Massey, who had made his decision to vote against him and had made that well known. I had not. I just said I was undecided.
But knowing the margin and knowing that he could only lose one, you knew when you voted, obviously, that this was going to not allow him to become Speaker.
I knew that, but it was only me and Keith Self.
Right.
Now, you had 7 others who voted silent. They just didn't vote. Mm-hmm. And I just don't do that. I was going to take a vote, even if it meant, and I knew it meant him was not going to get the first vote. After that happened, I sat back down. It was kind of an interlude there. I walked to the back. Nancy Mace handed me the phone and said, "You want to talk to President Trump?" I said, "Yes, I'll talk to President Trump." Had a great conversation. His first words to me were, "You took me off the golf course." and then we just said, "Look, what's the problem?" I just said, "Mr. Speaker, I get that Mike Johnson is your man, but," I said, "the outcome for the last 14 months has not been good."
Mm-hmm. Because I know there was a letter that went out specifically talking about immigration and talking about, a 72-hour rule, things like that they wanted. Did you list those out so he was clear and that kind of gave you the assurance?
He was very clear. And he had a list that was the same thing, but a list versus putting it into reality are 2 different things. Mike and he's such a good man. And Trump emphasized to us, he's the only one that can get elected. He's the only one that can get 218 votes. I get that.
I think people want to know, did you get something out of this? Was there any were there concessions that were there? Or was this strictly that you wanted these measures taken?
I wanted these measures taken. The Rules Committee, which I'm on, is an important committee. We want good people, conservatives on rules. Mm-hmm. That's his appointment. And he just said, and to his credit, "Look, I'm not cutting deals on who goes on what committees." I said, "But you make this call. Mm-hmm. Will you put conservatives on the Rules Committee?" And I'm one of them. Chip Roy's one of them. And have been on it for the last 2 years. And he said, "I will put conservatives on, but more importantly, I will put conservatives in the room to negotiate so that it's not Hakeem Jeffries, it's not staff, it's not unelected bureaucrats. It's business people who can basically come to the public and say, this is the cuts we're making. This is why you've got to get behind it." Moving
forward, your relationship with Trump and your relationship with now House Speaker Mike Johnson, what's that like?
It's good. Look, President Trump is, the first thing he told me, he said, "Well, you came out for Nikki Haley." I said, "Yes, sir, I did." "How'd that work out for you?" I said, "Look, Nikki Haley and I go way back. we're good friends. She is responsible for me being in Congress because she came out at a critical time, which
And also Tim Scott.
And Tim Scott, she put Tim Scott in the position he's in, which he would not have had. And look, I like them. I just had a loyalty there that, as I've told President Trump on numerous conversations, I called him before I endorsed Haley, and then I called him afterward when he won. I owed him that. I respect the man.
The last question I have for you is, would you have done it exactly the same way all over again?
Absolutely. An hour to spend doing what we did. And my vote, that's the only time when you elect the speaker, you got one shot at doing it. And I just don't give my vote away. I'm going to continue to do the same thing. And if I feel like that we're going off course and the country is really not getting in a solvent position, like your household, you cannot spend more than you make. In my business, you cannot spend in household more than you make. So if that happens, and I think it will, I think Donald Trump knows the stakes. He's very bright, and he's got the force to make it happen.
All right. Congressman Norman, we appreciate you being here with us. As always, you're always welcome here at Queen City News, but thank you so much for joining us today.
Appreciate what you do.